Coming soon to own on
YouTube and Twitch. Let's get straight into it. Today we got nice student that snaps and kills their teacher. Yikes. Oh, this is a compilation. Yikes.
The bad grade
Bet you these are all American schools too. How much want to bet?
incident. Willard Miller was a casual, calm, and boring, but fairly nice student. While attending a school in Fairfield, Iowa, he took a Spanish
Iowa. Yo, 1 for 1 so far.
class with plans to pass and eventually study abroad in Spain. Nohema Graber was a 66-year-old Spanish teacher who also attended.
Come on, bruh. You killing the abuelas? Abuela. God damn, I don't know why I struggle to say that. You out here killing abuelas? That's not right, bruh.
Fairfield High School. She had been teaching for years with a reputation for being firm but fair. But on
That's just genetics, bro. Like, come on. You can't get mad at it. You can't get mad at her.
November 2nd, 2021, she had just posted semester grades and one of her students was failing her class. The student was Miller, and the bad grade put his academics standing at risk. With the failed class on his transcript, he would now never be able to travel abroad to Spain. Miller's mother showed up to Graber's class to have a meeting about his academic performance. They sat for a while, shared concerns, made a couple of jokes, and then, well, that was it. The meeting went well for all three of them, and after they left, each individual went back to their home except for Graber. While on a daily walk at Chautauqua Park, she'd bump into Miller. Although she thought the student already went home, she'd wave hi to him. He smiled in return, and then he proceeded to smash her in the face with a baseball bat as hard as he possibly could. Let's pause here for a second. You see,
Out there hitting home runs in her shit.
Class in fall, other students reported that he began slowly making dark jokes about Graber just suddenly disappearing. These jokes slowly evolved into intentions when Miller was caught searching things on Google in regards to if students would be given an automatic pass in their class if their teacher passed away mid-term.
But like, did you think you was going to get away with that shit in the first place? Like, realistically, did you think, hey, I'm going to make this person just magically disappear after having a little meeting about my grade and nobody going to, like, suspect you as a suspect?
A failed semester was enough to cause Miller to snap, and another student named Jeremy Goodale wanted to join him on his nefarious and ridiculously stupid mission to assassinate a teacher for his grades.
Niggas just be crazy for the love of the game. Why the hell are you joining in on murdering your teacher? I don't understand, but I understand, but I don't side with the first dude. But at least the other dude had a reason. Like, she failed him, he failed himself. And she won't change the grade. He trying to go overseas to Spain to learn. Shit happens. The other guy, he just doing that shit for the love of the game.
At this point, you could probably guess what happened. Goodale stayed on watch as Miller struck the Spanish teacher again and again with a baseball bat,
oh my God,
swinging as hard as he could. Although you would assume that this shameful atrocity was over, the two students didn't stop there. Miller handed the bat over to Goodale because she was still alive. He kept hitting her over and over again, fracturing her skull and causing irreparable damage. When they finally stopped, they dragged her body off the path, covered it with a tarp they'd brought specifically for this purpose. Then they took her van and drove it to a remote rural road to make her disappearance look random. Her body was discovered the next day by other park visitors.
I'm about to say, you didn't expect nobody to find that body?
Shortly after her passing, Miller and Goodale were arrested.
Holy shit. These look like murderers, like just insane. He just randomly signed up for it too. Like, he just caught a body just cuz.
Within days, after saying things like, "That teacher failed the wrong students, and I caught a body with a bat." The two
God damn, these niggas are dumb as they look. Fuck.
Idiots shamelessly bragged about their deed until it landed them in handcuffs. And, in April 2023, both pleaded guilty to their crimes. Miller received life with parole eligibility after 35 years. Goodale got life with parole after 25 years.
35 years? Nah, bro. I don't know, bro. I feel like that's not enough, though. He brutally beat a 66-year-old woman with the baseball bat, and then waited till realizing she wasn't dead and brutally beat her again. It's like he got mental problems, I don't think just throw them in jail for 35 years gonna fix.
Something about failing students from schools that for some odd reason always brings out the worst in them.
All right, bro. Well, what's up with the Hitler cat?
The overreaction incident. Abby Zwerner was a 25-year-old first grade teacher at Richneck
She died to a first grader?
Elementary School in Newport News, Virginia. January 6th started ordinarily like any other day, but one of her students, a boy who was 20 minus 14 years old, had been acting up all morning.
6 years
He'd get up
old.
repeatedly, disrupt the class, and ignore instructions. The guy was having a blast, but he was out of control, so Abby kept telling him to sit down. At one point, frustrated by being told to sit down again, the fella threw his hands up in the air and yelled, "Fine." As his arms came down, he deliberately knocked the teacher's phone off her desk, shattering the screen. She had to send him.
Ooh. See, nah, that's one of the moments where, like, I don't care how much of a gentle parenting person you are, you gotta whoop your child's ass for this incident. As soon as they get home, bro, that's automatic belt. I don't give a fuck how soft parenting you want to be with your kids. Nigga, they acting up in school being hard headed. They done broke the teacher's phone. Guess who got to pay for it?
To the office, and school policy required consequences for property damage, so he was suspended and went home angry. His mother was notified, but there was something the school administrators didn't know about. The family kept a loaded, pew-pew at home.
This nigga brought the gun to school. Yeah, oh my God.
And the boy knew exactly where it was.
Well, it wasn't even in a safe. And that's the thing. It's like, bro, if you're gonna have guns and have children, bro, you gotta have a safe and you gotta make sure they don't know the code. It's like, that's so dangerous. Like, to even have that shit in the same house as a child, let alone have it in a reachable place for the child. But y'all never heard of that story? Lil Wayne almost shot himself when he was like 14 years old playing with the gun in the house. Nigga, that shit gets serious.
After serving the suspension, he returned to school. Security didn't thoroughly search his pockets because they seemed too small to hold anything dangerous. And besides, what possible threat could someone as small as him actually pose? He walked into Zwerner's classroom while she helped another student. She looked up and saw him standing there in the doorway. Suddenly, he pulled out the weapon, and before she could react, yeah, pew pew. I probably can't talk too deeply about this on YouTube, but she was struck directly in the chest. The other students screamed, and the perp dropped his weapon and quickly ran out of the class. Zwerner was rushed to the hospital. She survived the attack, but the injury caused permanent damage to her spine since fragments remained permanently lodged near it. Doctors determined that it'd be too dangerous to remove without risking paralysis. The little guy couldn't be charged due to his age, but his...
Yeah, you gotta charge the parents on that one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Cause I forgot he's 6 years old. I was about to say that's some bullshit, but you gotta charge the parents, and this little nigga he gotta go somewhere for his mental, like, not his mental health, but his mental anger. Cause the fact that he had the courage to actually do some shit like that is insane.
mother, Deja Taylor, was later charged and received 3 years and 9 months for felony neglect. Zwerner resigned from teaching after the attempt on her life. She's spoken publicly about suffering from PTSD and being unable to return to the classroom, and later on filed a $40 million lawsuit against the school district, claiming administrators had ignored warnings from staff members about the weapon.
Yeah, there should be no reason why nobody walks in through the school with a gun.
First grade teacher was 6-year-old because she told him to sit down. Madness.
Insane.
Noel Estes was a young man attending school in the Bronx in New York. For months, he had been
this New York, some fuck shit happened. I'm already knowing.
Living in absolute hell. A group of older boys had been tormenting him relentlessly. They'd call him names and shove him into lockers between classes.
York ass nigga. Yeah, I'm sorry. But if you getting shoved in lockers, swirlies, and niggas giving you wedgies and putting you on the flagpole, in the modern era of society, I'm sorry, bro. You might have to hit the gym, bro. Yeah, you dead as featherweight.
They would also follow him home and stand outside his building, laughing and threatening him.
Alright, see, now that's OD.
They urinated on his front door, forcing his family to clean it up, while his younger siblings watched.
Oh yes, switch these niggas down. Then they asking for it. On school is one thing, but you follow me to my house and pissing on my door, nigga, that's already you trespassing on private property. I could shoot you for just doing that act in itself.
Noel told teachers and administrators what was happening. Still, nothing changed. The bullies became more aggressive, with the main one being Timothy Chalamet.
Did this nigga just say Timothy Chalamet?
Timothy Crump. Yeah. He was bigger and stronger than Noel.
God damn it. Why does he have to be black? God damn it, bruh. Why does he have to be black? Bruh, why couldn't it be a white nigga that did this shit? Yo, whatever this nigga about to do, I promise you we all don't act like this.
And genuinely enjoyed watching Noel flinch. On June 18th, 2014, Timothy and his friends surrounded Noel again. But this time, Tim started throwing punches, striking Noel in his chest and ribs as he tried defending himself. His bully was too strong, Noel was overpowered, and immediately went down.
And you went down fighting though. You got stomped out. You got your ass whooped. But you went out fighting though. That nigga didn't throw you in no locker. Nigga didn't give you no swirly. Niggas ain't put you on a flagpole.
The students gathered around filming on their phones as they watched him get beaten to a pulp. And once again, just like the police and just like the teachers, no one stepped in to intervene.
Nah, see, this time that's really fucked up. The kid done got jumped. And you still not gonna help him? Yeah, he been telling you these niggas been bullying me, pissing on my doorstep, and now I finally get jumped and niggas still not gonna help me? That's fucked up.
It was at this moment that something inside Noel snapped. He'd started carrying a knife for protection and intimidation after months of harassment.
Bad idea. According to my math, that's one knife and versus three people. Unless you surgical with that bitch, nigga, you stabbing one person maybe twice, and then you getting the shit kicked out of you.
Never planning to actually use it, but in that moment, Noel saw red. He pulled out the hidden weapon and fought back, completely catching his bully by surprise, and he attacked him. Timothy tried to get away, but there was no chance. He eventually passed away, and Noel was arrested by the police for second-degree murder. But extensive evidence of bullying emerged. Text messages, witness statements, and security footage showed previous attacks, allowing his charge to be reduced. Noel pleaded guilty and received 18 months in juvenile detention and 5 years probation.
I would say that's fair, because the murder wasn't in self-defense, but it was like, damn nigga, how much longer of this can I take before I have to do what I have to do, First off, you was making fun of me in school, throwing me in lockers, that's one thing. Then you following me home, cussing outside my front door, pissing on my doorstep. Like, bruh, like, nigga, go fight some ops like that. This nigga wasn't even an op and you that mad at him.
The duel. Chen Zihan was a Chinese student in Guizhou province, and like
Where?
Chen Zihan was a Chinese student in Guizhou province.
Let's go. Finally, one that was not in America. We did it, y'all. The PR slowly fixed. America's PR slowly healing. We just gotta get rid of ice next. And not political, but if you thought I was on the other side, fuck you.
Relentlessly for years by the same group of boys. The main bully was a student named Li Hao. He was bigger and more aggressive than Chen. And for reasons that were never really entirely clear, he'd beat him regularly, take his money, and humiliate him publicly. Chen tried telling his teachers about the attacks, but nonetheless, again and again, Li Hao kept seeking him out. And on April 30th, Li Hao and several gang friends cornered Chen in an alleyway near school after classes ended. But this time felt different from the usual beatings.
That's gotta be like a scary sight, because like, not trying to be racist in any form or fashion, but the genetic type of a big Chinese person, like a tall and muscular, like a tall and strong Chinese person, that's a very rare archetype. So like, there's not a lot of niggas around that could probably beat his ass. Like, there's not a bunch of niggas you can find to beat this nigga's ass. I'm just saying.
Li Hao pulled out a knife and then handed it to Chen. We're going to have a one-on-one knife fight.
See, you done lost your
Shouted
damn.
loud. Chen
You done
thought it was a
lost your.
bluff.
You done lost your damn mind. As soon as you would have handed me that knife, nigga, I'm taking feet. I'm running the other way. You done lost your damn mind.
Or just another twisted form of psychological manipulation. But he was being dead serious. Li Hao's friends immediately formed a tight circle around them both, blocking any possible escape routes. All of their faces were stern. None of them were joking. Chen had never held a knife as a weapon. He was terrified to even grab it. His hands were shaking uncontrollably.
Go for the throat.
Li Hao became excited, as if this were entertainment. "Pick it up," Li Hao ordered. Surrounded by enemies, Chen listened and picked up the knife with trembling hands. Then the fight started immediately. Li Hao lunged forward aggressively. He was used to knife fights like these, and to him, Chen was fresh meat. Li Hao slashed and stabbed at Chen, scarring and injuring the young man. He kept slashing away at him until everything went black. Chen thought he faded out of consciousness, but in reality, the young man cracked. His survival instincts took over. He stopped thinking about what he was doing, and he just reacted on pure adrenaline and fear. To Li Hao's complete surprise, the nerd he once thought was an easy target began overpowering him. An enraged, adrenaline-pumped Chen had now pushed past Li Hao's swipes and unleashed a vicious attack on the bully with the small knife he had. In the blink
he got surgical with that bitch.
of an eye, the fight was over. Chen was picked up by emergency services for his injuries, but the same couldn't be said for Li Hao. The wounds Chen left on him were so severe that he passed away before the ambulance could even arrive. In China, self-defense rarely ends successfully in the court system. Chen was arrested and charged with intentional injury resulting in one's passing, and during his trial, his lawyers argued that he was forced to participate in the fight against his will. They said that he acted purely in self-defense after years of systematic bullying. But nonetheless, Chen was sentenced to 8 years in prison.
8 years? I mean, I don't know how it works in China, but technically from what I just heard, he would have been charged with second-degree murder. Second-degree murder is like automatic 15, so he got a nice little 3-year discount off.
His case sparked intense national debate in China about school bullying.
Not three. That was some dumb shit. Oh my God, I said 3 years off. That is not 3 years off. That shit is 7 years off.
Victim responsibility, and whether students fighting back should be held criminally liable. I know these last two stories were about students fighting other students rather than teachers, but nonetheless, I still thought they were important to include. If you're being bullied, please tell someone who will actually listen and take action. If you're being ignored, keep on telling different people until someone helps you. And if you see someone being bullied, speak up. Don't just stand there filming it on your phone for social media. Help out a fellow human. Because even though it might not seem like it, bullying can change the lives of those involved forever.
Nah, he's absolutely right, bro. The bullying is like not the main cause, but it's a huge cause and reason for so many school shootings, so many child violences, and a lot of people they don't want to acknowledge that. They want to blame it on video games, you know. In real actuality, they're getting bullied in life. Their parents not hiding certain things from their kids. They're hiding guns. They got it out in the open. Things happen. But I'm not gonna lie. The New York kid, and he wild out. I feel like that's probably the most justified one here. Well, the last two were both justifiable in the same sense. Because he did attack. He did get attacked with the knife first. But the first one was kind of crazy. Like you really killed your 66-year-old teacher just because she gave you, because you earned the F, nigga. She didn't give you an F, you earned it, and you won't be able to go to your shit. And then you had this dude in the middle, the 6-year-old, got mad because he got told to sit down. See, and that's just like, a product of you not disciplining your children before they get to a certain age, and then the disciplinary is a way different. You're trying to use the same tactics of, when they're 3 years old on their 6-year-old mind. It's like they don't want to do that no more. Anyways, this is enough yapping. That being said, let me know if you put that down below. I'll see you boys later, dude.
I'm not trying to score. Your heart's an open door. I got the key. I'm trying to keep composure and some more. I know you want some more. Oh, oh. Anybody hear me? Want you to feel me.